The last topic, but not the least one, not the least important one, it is about print function in Python. We use print function so many times. So how it is internally working? As I've told you, I said print function. So it is a function which has already been written. As I told you, functions take two types of arguments. One is your positional arguments. The second one is your keyword arguments. So your print statement has all three keyword arguments and n number of positional arguments. So into this function you can call any number of, you can put any number of positional arguments, but only three keyword arguments. So what are those three keyword arguments? And one more thing, if you are using if you are not specifying the keyword arguments, the default value is going to be used. Remember that point. So the three keyword arguments that print function uses are sep, you have your end, you have your file. So these are three keyword arguments of print function. So let me give you the default values of everything. The sep keyword argument is having a default value of space. How will you know that? For example, if you are printing two variables, if you are putting x comma y, it is automatically going to put a space. That is a default value of the sep keyword. Second is your, I told you, it is your end keyword. End keyword's default value is \n, that is your new line. So if you print two print statements one after the other, print next line print it is because of that end's default value. If you want, you can specify it, replace it with some other value. I will explain you that in the implementation part. The last keyword argument is your file. Within that you can use file operations, reading, writing, or modifying the file. When I'll explain you file operation, then you will understand it in a better way. So these are the three parameters, three keyword arguments that print function takes. But luckily we have never seen them, right? We just use print function. So it uses its default values. That is the logic behind using it. I hope you got that point. See, I will give you a simple scenario. I want to print one print statement after the other, but I don't want a new line. So what I will do, I'll put n is equal to a space. That's it. So it is, instead of a next line, it will put a space between them. Right?
So last but not the least one, it's 20. So we are going to talk about print function. So if I have a print function, I told you it can take any number of positional argument. You can give any number of positional arguments. I'm telling you, any number of positional arguments. If you just keep writing this, it will never give you an error. But for our this one, it is going to have any value, right? Let me just give you one example here. If I have print first line, print second line, just observe it. We got first line, but what about this new line where I have assigned that I should have a new line? I haven't assigned it, right? So there is one thing called as end, which is having a default value as \n. That is why it is keeping a default value. If I want a space between them, I can put like that. So first line, I got a space. Now second line, if you want comma, do it, no worries. Understood this? Yeah. So that was a default value for your end. There is one more thing, sep. It is a space that we get in the first and second. So that is a kind of space for you. For example, I'll explain you with an example so that you can understand. I'll put here first line, maybe second string. So how we are getting this space? Have you observed it? There are no spaces I have specified here, right? So there is one method called as sep. It is default value is a space. If I put like this, that space is going to be removed. Understood this? I think you understood this. So that was in detail about our Python print function. So there is one method file whose default value is console. That is why we are getting right here. So I'll explain that to you in detail when we will discuss when we will take our discussion to what it is called as file handling in Python. So that is it for today. We are done with this one also. Thank you for watching this video. Share this video with your friends because these are going to help them very much, because these videos are being prepared in very much detail. Thank you very much for watching this video. Stay tuned with me.